course, we have a special video for y'all today. Depending on when this gets out, about like a week ago, right? Anyway, we have a special video for y'all on a special topic that I've been meaning to talk about for a while because, personally, um, listen, there's going to be a little bit of bias coming from me in this fucking video because of the person in question that we are talking about. Adam22, of course, from the No Jumper podcast. Now, I haven't watched the No Jumper podcast in a while. I did watch when, I saw people like Kelpie come on there and Sharp and whatnot. You know, like, that was all fine and dandy, right? But the problem that I've always had with Adam22 and people like him and Vlad is, you know, especially of course of recent years, with all the shit coming out about Adam22, which I mean, if it's true, I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest, because a lot of these dudes in the industry, let's not pretend like they ain't trying to touch up on little girls and shit, on underage females and whatnot, and exploiting they're exploiting certain communities and whatnot to gain profit. Taking play fucking what am I trying to say? Oh yeah. Taking advantage of, the black community, you know, making us look stupider than we already fucking do, which honestly, it is what it is, right? I mean, I'm not going to get into that whole fucking conversation or go deeper with that because, I feel like every avenue of entertainment, regardless, has some form of exploitation, you know? But when it comes to the exploitation of, black America, I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks to see. But then again, I won't completely blame all the interviewers for like Adam and Vlad for asking these police ass questions, these weird ass questions that have nothing to do with the music or anything that's actually fucking important. Um, but also, I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like these motherfuckers that do be saying this shit, like the people being interviewed, do not get themselves caught up or do not get themselves indicted. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that the type of content that they usually do is extremely exploitative. So when I see some shit like this happen to somebody like Vlad, I just can't help but laugh. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole thing is such a pathetic fucking state of affairs that honestly I have no choice but to talk about it now. After all the shit that's been coming out, I mean, if it was all true, I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, let's get into it. Shout out to the agent and his fucked up hairline.
He lost his wife to the BBC.
I heard your wife was taking BBC applications, so I just went on ahead and put mine in as pending, effective immediately. And I want you to know this. I dropped this message in her DMs at 6:39 a.m. I woke up thinking about that, but you know what I'm saying? That's
tough. Listen, bro, if I had enough status, would I submit my BBC application to Lena the Plug here? Probably not. I'm gonna be real with you because, listen, Lena the Plug, Adam's wife, right? She looks good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that she's particularly my, personal taste of what I look for in a bitch because she a porn star. But as far as like, fucking, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, yeah. She's got the she looks to be, I could be wrong here, right? But she looks to be of forgive me if I fuck up the ethnicity, right? But she looks, she has a certain type of look. She looks like probably like Latina, maybe like Middle Eastern kind of, mixed in that aesthetic. I like that, right? There's a certain way that I like some of my females to look. However, Would I submit my BBC application? Yeah, probably. I mean, like, especially if I'm getting paid for it. Are you fucking serious? That's a no-brainer. But so anyway, hey, bro. I mean, shit. But realistically, though, I wouldn't give a bitch like this the time of day. But if I was being paid, yeah, sure, that's a different story. But when I see shit like this happen, bro, it's like like when people when people ask me, like why I don't want to get married or why I don't want to be in no real relationship or none of that shit. I mean, look, bro. At the end of the day, if I had the option to choose me, you know what I'm saying, over somebody else, I'm choosing me every fucking time. Because at the end of the day, they're not gonna fucking choose me. You know what I'm saying? Unless they, really like that 5, maybe 10% of, good person that will. Because realistically speaking, a lot of these bitches ain't shit, but they won't admit that. That's like a bitch saying that, your daughter would be disgusted to date a man like you. Bitch, it goes both ways. My fucking son would never date a woman like you. You are for recreational use only, bitch. Always remember that. You can't just be you know what I'm saying? You can't have your cake and eat it too and all that, right? But like, nah, bro. These bitches a lot of them are not loyal. A lot of them have their own little agendas. A lot of them, are, they ran through. They be on some other shit. All right. Now listen. I'm not saying that I could not be in a relationship, right? But what I am saying is that just in case some bullshit happens, I'm always going to keep my options open. That is what I have learned. Keep my options open. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I am going to be, like, listen, like, I personally do believe that, in a traditional relationship, right? But what y'all niggas gotta understand is that most of these females nowadays, especially like today, are not what you would consider traditional females at all. Traditional women, whatever the fuck, right? They're not none of that, bro. A lot of these bitches be either super duper masculine, super duper promiscuous, super duper hold out, super duper aggressive, super duper fucking just unfucking bearable to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, a lot of these bitches can't even hold a fucking conversation, let alone like a relationship. So it's like, I mean, hey, bro. But at the same time, I don't really worry about relationships like that these days, because I'm trying to get my shit together. I'm trying to get my money up. I'm trying to put myself in the best position. I ain't got time to be worrying about somebody else at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, bills got to get paid. Money got to get made. You know what I'm saying? Like all that, right? I'm trying to consistently upgrade every fucking year in some way, shape, or form. And if I got somebody with me, especially if they're not on that same type of timing, how long do you think realistically that relationship gonna last? It's not gonna last long because there is no fucking relationship. All I'm really wanting to do is just maybe fuck and get you out the way. But if you are good enough and you are willing to bend over backwards and prove to me that you are worth my fucking time, no doubt I will help you out. That is, if you reciprocate that energy. That is, if you're willing to put that effort in to really fuck with a nigga like that. If you are not going out of your way to show me that you are interested in me or that you want to fuck with me, 9 times out of 10, you will never get any sort of real commitment from me. Because if that's the case, regardless if we are in whatever the fuck you might perceive as a relationship or not, even though, like, listen, bro, I'll be Romeo Mackin a lot of the time. All right, I'm not somebody that, I'm just not one of those people that's like, just gonna be, laid up in a bed with a bitch, saying she loves me not, she loves me not. holding hands with a bitch, walking a fucking bridge and all that bullshit. Nigga, I am not that. I am far from that. I am a very dysfunctional fucking person for the most part. I am very smart. I am very intelligent. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot of fucking wisdom. But I am not going to, for the life of me, put my trust into somebody that I know would not do anything the same for me. They would not go out of their way to like prove their intentions. I'm just not gonna fucking do it. And I'm just, like, even if I am in a relationship or whatever, I'm still gonna be seeing other women. I gotta keep my options open. That's just how it is. That's how you gotta be out here nowadays. Always keep the options open. You know what I'm saying? Like, until you really prove to me, right? Because if you really want me to have any sort of commitment to you, you have to prove it. You got to go out of your way to fucking do it. You have to show me how committed you really are. You have to show me that you want me, that you interested in me. If you're not going to do that, there's no commitment. If you're not willing to put that work in and really prove to me that you really fucking with a nigga, you're not going to get any commitment from me. Even if we are in a somewhat of a good relationship or whatever the case, right? I'm still going to see other women at the end of the day, because most females, most women, right? Their emotions change at the drop of a fucking dime a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Even the concept of love to me is bullshit, like most of the time, 90% of the time, because love is a feeling. You can love somebody and still not fuck with them. It's the same situation with a lot of people in my family and a couple of friends, right? Or, well, mostly people in my family. I love my family, right? But I don't really fuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying? I love my grandma. I fuck with her like that, of course. My mom, I love my mom, but I don't really fuck with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Love my dad. I haven't really gotten the chance to build a real relationship with my dad yet, because, that's, it's 20 years too late, so we still got a lot of time to catch up. However, like, bro, love is just a fleeting fucking emotion at the end of the day. That shit is subjective. You know what I'm saying? At least to me it is. I don't really believe in that bullshit, because you can still love somebody and fuck somebody over. You can still love somebody and do some fuckery. You can still love somebody and, you know what I'm saying, like, cheat on them. All right? So love to me is a foreign concept. And it's like, I wasn't raised on no fucking love. I was raised on survival and necessity. All right? So, I that's why I say, personally, I'm not really trying to get married, inside the U.S. at least, bro. Like, if I'm going to get married, I'm going to get married somewhere to where if I do end up getting divorced or whatever, I'm still going to sign my prenups. I'm still going to, move all my other money and shit to assets that can't be reached. I'm going to cover my ass on all fronts at the end of the day. I'm going to make sure that if some shit does happen, I'm good first. I'm walking away with everything possible. And the other person walks away with little to nothing. That's how I am. I am very fucking proud to say that. If I am going to be in a relationship with somebody, I am going to get the most out of it. I'm going to make sure I get the most out of it if I'm going to be completely fucking honest. You're only going to get something out of it if you reciprocate that energy. If you really want to fuck with me like that, you have to prove it. Your word means nothing to me unless you are trying to prove it. So yeah, anyway, this whole thing happening to Adam, I think is pretty fucking hilarious. I would put in my BBC application, but at the same time, I don't got that much status or anything to where I could be around these types of circles anyway. And even if I did, it's not like I would, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not that I wouldn't fuck Adam's wife, but it's like I just wouldn't want to be around people like Adam, because I could look into this man's eyes and see just how and who the fuck he is, and I just don't like, nor do I respect it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect people like Adam. I don't respect people like Vlad at all. You know, or what their content is about, or how exploitative a lot of their shit is. You know, and of course, like, listen, I think every industry to some extent is exploitative, right? There's some form of exploitation. But, you know, it's just like I just can't respect the people who do that type of thing. You know? I just can't. But Adam has always been a shady character to me, but you know, let's get into this video before I you know.
You feel me? Now, first thing first. Now take a good look at this man. This man right here, his name is Adam. You may know him from the No Jumper podcast. It's no longer called No Jumper. Your podcast is called the BBC Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Now look deep into his soulless eyes. He's hurt. He's stressing. He haven't had a good night rest in so long. And it's crazy, he this stressed and depressed. He's this hurt. And he just got married a month ago.
God damn. God damn, bro. You know his wife don't respect him. Bro, how the fuck did you get married to a bitch, right? You got married to a porn star, bro. That was already your first mistake. Not mistake. That was already your first stupid fucking decision. You got married to a porn star, cuz. So, then this bitch, you already know his wife has no respect for him. It took a month for this bitch to take that BBC, you know what I'm saying? And like, listen, Adam, I need you to understand something, bro. Once she goes black, she is not gonna want to come back. Believe you me, all right? And it's not jungle fever or any of that other shit, man. It's just like, look, it's just a known fact. Once she goes black, she's not going to want to come back. All right? Seriously. I'm not fucking joking. Now, I'm not going to play into the whole stereotype of if every black dude just got like 8 inches on him, like, because that's not really true. But then again, that's not really true for a lot of people in humanity. You know, only a small percentage of people do got, you know, the quote unquote BBC, you know, over 6 inches. Most people are not even over that. Luckily for me, though, I am. So I can't really, I can't really just, put it, well, I can't really just say that, you know, like the whole rumors of, in regards to the sexual thing of, you know, black men or whatever. I'm not going to feed into that, but at the same time, we're not about to sit up here and pretend like, like to some extent that it's not true, because, I mean, come on, bro. Come on, man. Like, we already know, everybody knows that, you know, that's the case a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but, yeah, Adam, once she goes black, she's not going to want to come back, bro. She's not going to want to come back. That's just the gist of it, bro. Like, once that BBC get into her shit, she gone, bro. Kiss her ass goodbye. And you know what? And you know what was also hilarious, bro, about that video where she was I didn't watch the video of her getting, you know, dicked down or whatever, busted down. I didn't watch the video. I watched the other video before that where she was talking about shooting the scene with the guy, and then cuz walks in. This nigga walks in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cuz walks in, shirt all open and shit like that. Bro, oh my God, that shit was fucking hilarious, cuz. I was like, bro, this nigga Adam, cuz, like, if it was anybody else, bro, I would have felt bad for him. I was just like, bro, your wife is gone. She for the streets. Nah, bro. She was smiling after that nigga walked up in there, bruh. And also, did y'all niggas see the look that this bitch gave her in gave him in one of those pictures, bruh? Did you see the way this bitch Lena was looking into to that black man's eyes, staring up at him with her hands on his chest? Y'all niggas know what that fucking look entails. Stop fucking playing like you don't. All right? We all fucking know that look. All I'm really saying is that, listen, Adam deserves what he's fucking getting. I don't care what anybody says. Now, I gotta see if some shit like this happens to Vlad now. You know, cause oh my god, bruh. Ooh, man. It is just so fucking hilarious hearing about shit like this from somebody who actually deserves what's happening. And I listen, I am not going to sit up here and say that like listen, this is not me hating on Adam or what he has accomplished, because a lot of people can't do what Adam does with his podcast or how he's built this podcast. At least I'd say probably maybe 2016, 2018. But then like 2019 onwards, that's when shit really started to get weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did like his interview with RXK Nephew, though. I will say that. I mean, he did put. I mean, Adam used to interview a lot of underground rappers back in the day, like 2017, 2018. But over time that just stopped, bruh. But yeah, I mean, like nobody really goes on there to see Adam anyway, though. They're going to see the fucking rappers talk about their whole stories and all that other shit, man. And it's just very yeah, bruh. But yeah, man, Adam, I just this whole fucking story is fucking crazy, man. The emasculation is just so goddamn potent. Like, the FBI could never get this type of shit out of me. Even the fucking cartels would have to kill my ass before I give up that type of info. And even it, like, no, bro, like Adam. And the thing is, I already know that Adam like was supposedly like smashing other women. I'm pretty sure they both had him and his wife had a podcast where they bring on porn stars or whatever the case is. Never really watched it, but they supposedly brung on porn stars or whatever, or like OnlyFans girls, and they fuck them together. Which, I mean, that's kind of weird. But then again, I mean, that's their whole fucking relationship / marriage, so I can't really say anything. But I mean, yeah, we know that Adam has fucked other women and all this other shit. But I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, you married a fucking porn star, cuz you really you played yourself. You fucking played yourself, man. And it's like, and I'm just, and this whole thing is hilarious to me personally, because it's like, it's just who it's happening to and why it's happening. But nah, bro, the whole downfall of No Jumper has been a wild fucking ride.
As y'all can see, everything was good with Adam. He
Well,
found
what the
his
fuck am I
wife,
watching?
the love of his life. You see, life was starting to make sense.
Bruh. Oh, yeah.
He had a big, nice wedding. You see his beautiful daughter.
Oh, my God, bro. Oh, no. Oh, no, bro. Oh, my God, man. I don't feel bad for Adam in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Or have any respect for him or his wife. However, I will say this, right? I do feel bad for his kids or his daughter. I don't know if he only got one kid, but I do feel bad for his kids though, because when his kids get older, When his kids get older, right? When they really start to like become of age, even in like somewhere like middle school or like maybe like 6th or 7th grade, right? Some shit like that, right? Like, bro, could you imagine when those other kids find out like what their dad, or I mean what Adams like, listen, let's just say this, right? Kids are fucking cruel a lot of the time, you know what I'm saying? But then again, sometimes bullying does build character. However, could you imagine being the son of or son or daughter of somebody like Adam22, as pathetic as he is? And one of those kids, is going finds out what your mom and your dad did for a living, right? You know how fucking embarrassing that shit is, because you know how mortifying that shit is. You don't live some shit like that down, especially throughout high school and all this other shit. Like, bro, imagine, because kids are assholes, bro. I used to be one of those kids that was an asshole to some extent, right? However, I know how fucking cruel a lot of kids can be, bro. Imagine the amount of bullying that's gonna go on from this in the future. You know what I'm saying? All these kids, all them kids have to do, bro, is just pull up a video of Lena the plug. You know what I'm saying? Getting her back blown out while Adam watches, and I mean, look, that's how I imagined it happened. I didn't watch the video, but I imagine that Adam was just behind the camera or just in the closet, just watching the whole thing go down. Because he's a fucking cuck. He's a weirdo. I wouldn't be surprised if that was what he was doing. I imagine he was behind the camera watching the whole thing go down, but anyway, could you imagine, like, all they really have to do is just pull up a video of your mom's back getting blown out by, you know what I'm saying, Tyrone, you know what I'm saying? OG Tyrone in the cut, tatted up, in great shape, bigger than Adam, all that, in every way conceivable. Uh, you know, like, could you imagine? Could you imagine the amount of fucking bullying that kid is gonna have to endure after some shit like this, bro? Imagine. Kids are fucking cruel, man, especially when you start becoming of age. Like, bro, they gonna bully the fuck out of that girl. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? When they find out that this is what your parents have done, they're also public figures too. So it's much easier for them to find this shit. It's not like how it was like back in maybe like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Uh, you know, uh, Even like the early 2000s. It's much more accessible now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, imagine bitch getting roasted in the hallway, and all they had to do is just pull up a video of her mom getting her back blown out. That's shameful. That's shameful, sus. That's some shameful fucking shit. Like imagine you as a mom, quote unquote, got that shit got that shit on your resume, bro. Ain't that like, no, like, y'all niggas cannot tell me that shit would not be fucking mortifying, especially for a kid. You got to think about it from a kid's perspective or from a teenager's perspective. Because even y'all should know, kids are fucked up. Kids are cruel. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could happen. You know? So, just, yeah, you're basically with a profession like this. Like, even though me personally, I don't think porn is a profession. I don't think that being a hoe is a profession. It's not a hustle. It's not an actual fucking job. You just fucking selling what you got to offer, which is your pussy. You know what I'm saying? You might as well go out there on the blade and walk that motherfucker, because you're not really no hustler. You just finding the easy way out to get some fucking money. Like, hell no. I don't really, personally, I don't respect anybody, especially the females that, take the easy way out when it comes to getting money. Like, bro, bitch, the only reason why you are getting this money is because a lot of fucking weird ass simp ass niggas with too much time and possibly money on their hands, you know, who don't know really how to talk to bitches, don't know how to really, you know, and they always find ways to justify being a fucking lame ass nigga, a fucking weirdo, right? Always finding ways to justify they fuck shit, and it's like, that's your only source, your only stream of income. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you not like somebody like let me see, a porn star who's like pretty up in age, right? Let me think of somebody. You know, even though there's a market for that sort of thing, right? But like most females can't do that shit. Let's be real here. A lot of females, some females do get finer with age, some don't. But a lot of females can't do what some of these other female porn stars that are up in age can do, where they still got that type of demographic, right? A couple I can think of off the top of my head, Cherry DeVille, right? Cherry DeVille, Nina Hartley, fucking what's that other bitch's name? I think there's a couple that are like more so up there in age or got that type of demographic, right? Like a lot of females can't do that on that type of level. Let's be fucking real here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of females that cannot be like OnlyFans models and shit once they get to a certain age, or porn stars once they get to a certain age. Only a few can do it and really succeed like that. Like some of the like only maybe the two or three that I just kind of mentioned, right? But that's not a lot of females, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be fucking real here. So fucking like, nah, bro. It's just not a great thing to have on your resume, bro. Cause it's like if you out here hoeing, you know, like, you just gotta call it for what it is, man. You hoeing. You just not walking a blade, you know, in person to do so. You just doing it over computer. Even if you're not really selling your pussy like that, you're still selling the idea of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, and then it's like these be the same bitches that be getting mad and shit when niggas just outright disrespect them, or, you know, call them out their name or whatever the case. It's like, no, bitch, you put that shit on yourself. You knew what the fuck this shit entailed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have known the consequences of doing this shit and how niggas perceive you. Rightfully so, might I add. Rightfully fucking so. If you do some shit like this to me, you're not worth any respect. You cannot get mad at me if I were to you know what I'm saying, call you out your name or say some shit to you that you would view as offensive or whatever the case is, right? Because me, listen, I'm like, if I feel like listen, me personally, when it comes to certain females, I tend to stereotype like a motherfucker. I assume like a motherfucker. And the reason, because, listen, a lot of these bitches don't even know what the fuck they want. Do you really think that I am going to sit up here and really try to get to know you if you do this certain profession? Fuck no. I'm not gonna do that. The fuck I need to do that for? You know what I'm saying? I might want to get you to, you know what I'm saying, like, I might want to try to get you to, you know what I'm saying, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, hey, walk the blade and all that, you know, for a couple of fees, and, you know, bleed you for everything you got. You know what I'm saying? Maybe fuck you if I give you the time of day, if I really feel like it. But other than that, like, bitch, unless you trying to, you know, become a part of the stable or some shit like that, and you not trying to, you know, and you trying to make me some fucking money, I really do not want to talk to you like that. I don't really care about what your personality or any of that other shit is like, if that's the type of shit that you do. When you have that type of profession as like an OnlyFans model or a porn star or any of that bullshit that involves sex work or sexually exploitative content, to me, that already tells me who you are. That already tells me what you are willing to do for money and all this other bullshit, right? You are the type of person that I could easily run game on and get money out of, for the most part, right? All I really got to do is just say the right shit, sell you the right dream, and you know, I got you. Like most of the time. If it don't work, oh well. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, hey, at the end of the day, these are the type of bitches that be getting pimped or getting sold the dream, and then get mad when they get finessed. It's like, no, bitch, that's just the name of the game. The name of the game is to cop and blow. So yeah, bro, this whole situation is hilarious.
Everything was just so immaculate. He finally found purpose. His heart was pounding as she walked down the aisle. She was the one for him. She was chosen.
Okay, but wait, what do we wait? Because I know it's gonna take a turn, but like, what the fuck? Bro, what up, man? This is insane.
They have a beautiful daughter together. Everything was going so great. Beautiful pictures.
This is a beautiful venue. Views. Nah, this is the crazy. Oh my god! Imagine getting married right here, nigga. Bro, it looks like algae, but I know it's like ivy. That's comp. Imagine how much this wedding was.
How can anything?
Imagine how much this wedding was. You know what, bruh? This wedding probably cost them well over $100,000, if I had to guess, right? And you know what she did, bruh, after this wedding? If it took a month for her to you know what I'm saying, get that BBC or whatever, right? I'm imagining how the convo must have went down, right? After this whole wedding, all these wedding expenses to go to this expensive ass fucking place and all that, right? With this big ass palace, like they was getting married in like a Princess and the Frog type movie, right? I imagine how the convo must have went was, "Hey Adam, that was a beautiful wedding, honey. You know, I didn't think that, you would have done all of this for me. However, these bills are not going to pay themselves. So I got to get back to work. And, I've been wanting to shoot a scene with this guy. I was wondering, are you okay with the idea?" And his dumbass, he said, "Yeah, of course, because Adam22, he's not no fucking man. He's a cuck. He's a weirdo. Of course he would have said yes to some shit like this. It's not like he can object anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just he had to let, Tyrone get up in them guts real quick and but also what was fucking hilarious was when I saw that tweet that when he said that his wife's pussy was back to normal size after after a couple hours after the BBC stretching. I could confirm that her pussy is back to pre-BBC size. Oh my god, this nigga is this nigga is beyond pathetic. Destiny, goddamn, Sneeko. I mean, look, Sneeko has gotten slightly better, right? But Destiny, Sneeko, fucking Adam22, it's like, damn, it's like the cuck Olympics right now. It is like, bro, these niggas are competing with each other to show who is the biggest cuck. It's like, this is, you know what, that should be a real thing. Put all of these simp ass niggas and these cucks into the same fucking in the same place, and they gotta compete with each other to see who is the biggest cuck. All three of the biggest cucks together in one place. Destiny, Adam22, and Sneeko. Right? All three of them motherfuckers. Couple of others, bro. If we can really find them like that. Couple of others. It's like 5 cucks, simps, hoes, niggas who have been emasculated beyond all fucking belief. Niggas who have no sort of confidence or selfishness or conviction in their words a lot of the time. People who grift from topic to topic, place to place, people to people, speaking on certain things that they know nothing about, that they don't understand, right? But their audience will eat that shit up. three people that for the most part I don't respect, except Sneeko. Listen, Sneeko, I actually did used to fuck with Sneeko when I saw his street interviews and when he was talking about, philosophy and shit like that. When he was talking about, these concepts and shit, and it was very interesting. I was fucking with Sneeko when he did shit like that. But then when he started to get towards the more red pill shit, the whole Andrew Tate thing and all that other shit started to happen and started to come out, it's like, and then he talked about how him and his girlfriend went to a swinger party and all that, and it just went downhill from there. But I mean, before all that, I was actually kind of fucking with Sneeko, bro, because the shit that he was saying was very interesting. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I liked hearing these different perspectives, because of course I like to obtain knowledge, and I do like to obtain wealth as well. But knowledge is definitely up there, right? So I like to listen to these different perspectives, even though I may not necessarily agree on certain things, or I may not, whatever, may not like how some people are living or whatever the case. I'm still gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? Take all the good parts that I can from it, take what I could get out of it, and apply it to my own life to some extent, right? I will listen. I may not like that person. Honestly, sometimes I may not even respect that person. But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to listen, because I'll listen gladly. You know what I'm saying? Even if I may not even agree with it, I will listen to understand and not listen to react. Because a lot of people cannot listen to understand. Most people listen to react. There's a key difference in the two. It's a big fucking difference between people who listen to understand and then listen to react. You know what I'm saying? Most people do the other. Listen to react. And when you listen to react, that's when a lot of problems start to come out. Start to come up, because the people who listen to react are usually the ones that have the most problems in their lives, or cause the most problems for themselves. Because they don't have the type of patience to where they can just sit down and have a normal civilized conversation like adults or whatever. God forbid they get into like an argument or some form of debate. It's like, if we're really going to debate something, what you need to understand is this, right? I will listen to what you have to say. I will take that into consideration. But it's like when the arguments start happening and when you're trying to talk over me and all this other shit, I'm not about to get into an argument with you. At this point, the conversation is over. Like, I'm not about to sit up here, get into a fucking argument with you and all this other shit, and, have you scream all these obscenities at me, because I know damn well you wouldn't say any of this shit to my goddamn face. Even if you did, guess what? Like, I'm not going to be one of those goddamn people who's going to, let some certain things go unpunished. That's not what I'm going to do. I am not going to sit up here and, let you openly disrespect me to my face. It's not finna happen. We finna be squabbling up if that's the case. Like, nigga, a pack out is mandatory for you saying certain shit. Like, if you're going to get very disrespectful. But if you do that shit over a screen, okay, fine, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But when you start saying that, like, because when you do it over a screen, I could just end the whole live. I could shut it off. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I could do all of that. And I also could talk down to you as well. I just do it in a more calm manner. Because at the end of the day, it's like, listen, I could talk down to people, very calmly and very smoothly and still get my point across. I'm not about to be sitting up here yelling this shit with you, bro. That shit is unnecessary. We're supposed to be grown-ass men. We can have a conversation without all of the unnecessary bullshit. However, I will talk down to you if you trying to talk down to me, and I will get very fucking disrespectful with you, because I already know for a fact that you're most likely not gonna do anything about it. And even if you did, like, you will put yourself in a lot of fucking danger trying to fuck with me. Like like that's you can't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, bro. Sometimes with me, right, where I come from, it's like when you are when you in an argument with certain people, right? When you're in an argument with certain people, or you get into some form of an altercation with somebody, right? Especially when you getting disrespectful, like as a man, especially the nigga growing up in the hood and all that, right? What you grow up understanding is this, especially very early on, is that when you talk to certain niggas a certain type of way, you need to be ready for a fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Either that or a pack out. A pack out is fucking mandatory. A fade is mandatory. All that shit is mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, no, bro. Like, listen, if you not finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if you gonna disrespect me to my face, understand what's gonna fucking happen to you, or what could potentially happen to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll run the fade like a motherfucker. I ain't turning that shit down at the end of the day. However, like, nigga, fuck no. I'm not about to let you just disrespect me to my face and nothing's gonna happen to you, nigga. Fuck that. A pack out is mandatory now. You know what I'm saying? If I got some little homies on standby that's really ready to smash something, that's exactly what we finna fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck no, bro. It's just certain shit that you can't let slide to your face. But if it's over a computer screen, okay, whatever. It don't fucking matter. But sometimes with certain shit, bro, it's like, nah, pack out is mandatory.
Be so beautiful. How can this moment be taken away from Adam? What can possibly go wrong?
First of all, let's acknowledge the fact that this is the first time this nigga's ever edited a video. Like, this nigga has music playing, a voiceover. On my life, he's never edited before. I've been watching Illuminati for like 5 years. I've never seen a bit of editing. Not even a cut. This nigga doesn't even cut shit out. So this is like the equivalent to like him dropping a feature film.
Yes, sir.
It makes me all the more curious.
Guess who I'm shooting with today?
Yes, sir. Oh my god. Yes.
It's finally happening. Oh, wow, I did not know you were gonna do that.
Oh my god, bruh. The thing is, though, I recognize who this nigga is. I just don't know his name, but I do recognize him.